Pizza Pandemic. Words and pictures created by Scott Kelley. On the day he was born, the air was hot and dry. The windows there were open, as a breeze was breezing by. And that breeze was filled with pizza, and those smells made people grin. 'Twas then that something happened. 'Twas then the world had Quinn. The aroma of fresh pizza and Quinn's first breath were brought, and from his birth forever, a pizza is all he's sought. Since time began across the land, from desert plains to tropic seas, there's pizzas baked in pizza shops, from pizzas off of pizza trees. And pizza trees grow anywhere, from St. Pierre to South Peru, Faroe Islands down to Nauru, and backyard pots made just for you. Pizza trees, like any trees, are planted using pizza seeds, a pizza slice into the ground with just a little dirt it needs. But Quinn liked pizza more than most, and he ate pizza coast to coast, at breakfast, lunch, and dinner too. The pizza taste is all he knew. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday too, and every day his hunger grew. When it's ripe, the sauce is cheesed. That's all it takes to keep Quinn pleased. For many years, no one cared. Since many years, no one dared to know the sum of which Quinn ate. Until the day it was too late. It started out a little slow. Just about a year ago, the pizza trees were thinning out, made children scream, and grown-ups shout. Everyone upon this earth knew Quinn ate pizza since his birth. Now everyone is quite perturbed, with a pizza supply a bit disturbed. Villains, bad guys, the IRS, and politicians, I must confess, do not come close to what Quinn's done, to make him public enemy #1. With no more pizzas to partake, the world blamed Quinn for his mistake. He ate so much he paid a price of never planting back a slice. As everybody already knows, you hold one back so then it grows, one slice held back to plant a tree. But Quinn was weak and so hungry. Now all the pizza your taste bud allures has gone extinct like dinosaurs. Quinn knew a pizza tree must be found, then slices planted in the ground. So he set off for this mighty quest, and knew he'd have to give his best. If he could find just one pizza tree, a global hero he would be. Quinn strapped a backpack on his back, 4 pairs of shoes he'd have to pack, some shorts and shades for when it's hot, a coat and glove for when it's not. He packed some maps to find his way, of where he's been or where he'll stay. A flashlight with a battery is what he'll need to find the tree. He closed his door and locked his lock. His backpack on, Quinn started to walk, a determined mind for a worthy goal. But the world is vast. It might take its toll. Quinn walked along the riverside, saw cherry trees and almost cried. Since he's aware that he's to blame, it's not a joke, it's not a game. With no pizza trees along the bank, he hit the coast, his emotions sank. Quinn then bought a boat and began to row. Toward tropical islands next he will go. On sandy beaches palm trees grew, blueberry bushes and peach trees too. Quinn searched the islands on hands and knees, but found no sign of pizza trees. Back in his boat with his compass out, he rowed and rowed with no land about. 18 long days he rowed until, off in the distance, Quinn spotted a hill. The land Quinn found, the woods were thick, so many trees of which to pick. Maples, whiteash, bonsai and spruce, pear trees with pears, moose trees with moose. A pizza tree searched for, but one wasn't found. Quinn looking and searching along all the ground. The nightfall was falling, with fog thick as smoke. Quinn found himself lost behind the trunk of an oak. He stayed there that night, alone with his thoughts, with feelings of guilt, his stomach in knots. The bright morning sun lifted the fog extra high. Now a new day ahead, Quinn knew he must try. He left the large oak and wandered the land. He walked through the forest, he walked through the sand, coconut, poplar, white elm and fig, mahogany, redwood, sequoias so big. So many trees, in so many places, a pizzatree hiding, but Quinn never faces. He walked near the tundra with evergreen pines. He doubts that a pizzatree up here he finds. But one must be out there, one lone pizzatree. Quinn's determined to find it, retrieving his key. The pines of the north offered nothing but gloom. He set off for the mountains, and hope one's in bloom. Weeks have passed by, not a pizzatree seen. Quinn hiked toward the mountains with canyons between. He spotted the tree of the blue watermelon, the rarest of trees not seen since Magellan. But Quinn didn't care of the trees that were rare, or the trees that were home to the bumblebee bear. Quinn knew of his task, and what it entices. A pizzatree found, then plant all the slices. Higher he hiked, past the peaks of Nepal, where other trees stopped, since the land is so tall. But pizzatrees grow as long as there's land, in high rocky peaks or low-lying sand. He camped in the night. The sky started to dim, with stars so close he could reach out to them. He felt as he lay there that he might never find a pizzatree to plant, one more of its kind. "I'm sorry," he cried, "that I eat the last slice." He cried to the stars, "I know it's not nice. If only a pizzatree here I could see, I'd plant the whole pizza. I'd plant the whole tree." Quinn slept through that night on a steep mountain slope. As he drifted toward slumber, his mind held out hope. He dreamed that he'd find a whole forest of trees that grew pizzas to eat, all covered with cheese. Morning soon came. The sun rays so bright, Quinn squinted his eyes, thought he might lose his sight. He rubbed with his hands the sleep from his eyes, then focused in the distance, a mind-blowing surprise. Could it be? Is it there? Am I losing my mind? One lone pizzatree, the last of its kind. Quinn climbed to the crest where the pizzatree grew, and knew in his heart the right thing to do. He crept ever slowly, nearing his goal, and wept ever gently, he'll soon be made whole. One lone pizza tree, with one lone pizza plant. Quinn knew he must plant it, but eat it he can't. Quiet he stood there, then plucked from the tree the last pizza on earth that there'll ever be, since despite of his promise Quinn made just last night, he ate that last pizza in one pleasurable bite. If you like these little stories with these drawings, let me know. There's a thumbs up little icon you can press before you go. Write a comment or a couple. Hear my other stories too. Tell your friends who have more friends to tell their friends of what to do. No matter what your nation or your village or your tribe, just click that big red button with the word that says subscribe.